first step in learning to touch your partner or learning to be touched, depending on who you're going to be in this exercise, is about taking your partner in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into an exercise where one partner is going to be sitting or is going to be standing, and the other partner is going to approach them really gently and through touch within the boundaries that were spoken earlier, and listening to the desires and, of course, the fears that were present, that were taken out of the bubble, to really engage with their partner's body and read them, to really take them in. So one partner is gonna stand up now, and then that partner is gonna close their eyes. It's usually easier that way because they can sink into their own sensations. And then that's going to be the partner who's going to be receiving. But they're not really receiving. They're just kind of sitting there, allowing themselves to be read. Okay, now the second partner, the partner who's going to be doing the reading or the taking in, as I like to say, is going to stand and just put their hands, say, on the shoulders of their partner. Just gently, really gently. Now you're both gonna breathe really deeply. What I want for the person who's receiving or who's being taken in, so to speak, I want you to allow the touch and react to the touch in the clearest, most clean way you can. So when you feel something on your body, like the hands that you feel on your shoulders right now, I want you to react to that. And it's very important that you not react in order to anything. The best kind of reaction is the reaction that most clearly and cleanly reflects how you feel in your body. And when you start doing that, you're going to notice your breath is going to change. You're going to notice that the way your body moves is going to change. If your eyes are open, your gaze is going to change. It's also okay to make sounds as you breathe. Allow the touch to impact you in some ways, and reflect back with your muscle tone, with your body, with your breath. Allow that to arise naturally. You're not trying to do anything. You're not trying to show anything. It's more of a deeper allowing. So as you breathe with your partner, with their hands on your shoulders or somewhere else on your body, their hands gently on your body, just feel into that touch. How does it feel? Do you feel the heat of their hands? Do you feel the pressure of their hands? How does that change the way you breathe? If something feels good, make a sound. But it's not about the doing. It's just about an allowing and what happens when you allow the touch to move you. Now, if you're the person taking in and doing the reading of your partner's body, just notice all the reaction of your partner's body. Notice how it feels in your body. Notice the subtle details of even the smallest movement of their breath. And immediately, especially if you've been together for a while, but even with a new partner, you'll notice there's already a conversation going. There's already a synchronization going, possibly in the breath, in the pressure, in the movement. But this exercise is not about moving, at least not for the receiver, at least not for the person who's being read. If you're the reader, now is a good moment to continue to feel the other person's body. Start with very gentle touch where you're feeling the texture and the shape of their body. Again, within the boundaries. And if you're doing this right, your partner's body is already starting to trust you. It's already starting to realize that you're paying attention. And as you pay attention, you're making adjustments. So put your hands in different locations. And maybe now get a little closer, maybe with your nose. Just breathe them in. So you've been reading your partner with your hands, now read them with your smell, with your sense of smell. Read them with the sounds that they make. Read them with your eyes. Give yourself full permission to take them in with all of your senses. And already as you do that, you're slowing down to meet them. Instead of trying to get somewhere, you're more present. Everything that happens now is moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. You could do this for a while. Or maybe for some of you, it's like, wow, this is boring. What am I doing? Well, really, the important piece here is what you're doing is just feeling into them. What's happening for this body that you're touching right now? If you could imagine their inner animal, what would their inner animal look like or feel like or do? If you're having a difficult time with this as the person receiving or being read, imagine yourself being a little bit more of a kitty cat. Or imagine letting your inner animal come out a little bit. You don't need sound effects for this. All you need is just to allow a little bit more primality to come out. And it should be pretty obvious. If it's not, then don't worry about it. This will allow you to move your body a little bit more in reaction to the touch of your partner. But also, it will allow you to make maybe more noises or more sounds that reflect how you feel on the inside. Because this is a conversation, it's a dance. And to learn to speak each other's language, it's important to slow down and feel into that dance and feel into that conversation. Humans have similar ways of communicating, but I think most humans are way more used to speaking to cats and dogs than they are to speaking with each other. And also, humans are more sophisticated, so the range of how they can communicate with their body is probably a little bit wider. So one of the important things about taking them in is it has to feel good for you as the reader or as the person taking your partner in. If it feels good to you, and it will most likely feel good for your partner. But it's not as simple as that. Start with something simple. It's important that it's about your pleasure at some level, but only a little bit. It's important that you're not doing this in a way that feels uncomfortable. Your touch has to feel comfortable to you in order to feel comfortable for your partner. If your touch is rigid, if you're unsure, your partner who's being taken in right now is going to feel that. So make sure that you relax and you allow the touch, your touch, to read them as they allow your touch to read them. Okay, so once you've done this for a few minutes and you're getting a pretty good feel for this person's body, and as the receiver, you're feeling like this person gets you a little bit better and your trust is growing. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna switch. You're gonna pause the video here, and then you're gonna switch. You're gonna do this, or you're gonna rewind back to the place where I started speaking about taking your partner in after the bubble, and then you're gonna repeat the same thing the other way around.